Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and also you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indian, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halak here from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, with another video. And we're going to start in Ezekiel 7 in verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." And this is exactly what we're telling you people is happening as we see all these protests break loose here in America, Babylon the Great, and not only here, but all throughout the world. The entire world is protesting right now, man, in some shape, form, or fashion. And this is what it would be before Esau's kingdom would be ended. So you have just news articles 38 minutes ago, 3 takeaways from Saturday's No Kings Nationwide protest. No Kings rallies ran from coast to coast. Protesters waved signs, wore costumes. Millions rallied against Trump at No Kings protests across the U.S. Here's why protesters say they attended. And it just goes on and on and on about all these different protests that have taken place. But what these people fail to realize is this is a sign of the end. This is one of the signs that Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah has given his men to watch for. And the thing is, the protesting is not over. Because what we're telling you is, it's only going to get worse out here, and it's all according to biblical prophecy, all according to what the Most High said he's going to bring to pass. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah is about to bring the entire world into a state of suffering. And he's using these wicked elite and their puppets, like the heads of these different governments, to bring you people into that sorrow by making life miserable, making life hell, making it harder for you to live. All this is happening because the Most High has these wicked elite trying to bring to pass this new world order. And this is why we see all these different things happening in the earth the way it's happening. This lets us know that what? The end is very close, man. So this is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It reads, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou understand, then shalt thou well understand, that the Most High spake of those days, that from the days, Slakia, 2 Ezra 9 and 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those days, though spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." So this is one of the signs of the times, man. You see? This is letting us know that the Most High is visiting the world, man. We're seeing earthquakes all day, every day, and they're just getting bigger, you know, and hitting densely populated areas. This is going on every day. These uproars, hey, they're just going to continue to increase because the Most High is going to have these wicked elite put more hell on the people. And they're going to rise up and rebel more and more and more until what? More prophecy is fulfilled, man. This is what it would be in the end of Esau's empire. You see? The American empire is falling. You see this? And why is it all happening? It's all happening so the Most High can usher in that kingdom and dwell of righteousness. It's all happening so the Most High can bring his will to pass, of having righteousness flourish on the earth by putting his children back on top to reign supremely over you heathen nations in righteousness, man. That's why all this is happening. You got all these Edomites talking about God bless Trump this and God bless Trump that. You're living in a state of delusion if you think the Most High is with this man. There's nothing good coming to the earth, and especially to America, man. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah is about to pour plagues upon this place. And it's already begun. So 2 Esdras 9 and 5 it says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And this is one of the signs, man, these different protests. And like I said, as they start to take away more of the benefits that you people were so accustomed to, as your goods continue to increase, as the rent continues to increase, and as they put in more draconian measures, like we see them doing with the well, shit, even now, you're having to go through Homeland Security to make sure you're a part of this country before you can even get a job. I just had that happen recently with a merger for the company I work for, man. They're asking, the Department of Homeland Security is asking for I-9 documents, you know? And that's all leading up to what? A new system being rolled out where they can keep track of everyone in the earth. All this is happening because what? It's prophecy, man. It's just going to get more and more stringent for you people. And you're going to rebel more and more. We're telling you. We're telling you, man. And it's all according to prophecy. Matter of fact, let's get these last two right here. 2 Esdras 9 and 7, it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. And that goes into the elect, man, which we are the hopeful elect. So we're moving in faith, man. Those of us who have been given the ability to teach, we're out there teaching every week. We're making these videos every day. And we're doing all that through faith, man. Telling you what's about to come to pass before it even happens, because this is the job of the prophets. And everybody, they just want to ignore us and act as if we're not saying what we're saying. They want to act as if what we're saying is what they're not seeing coming to, what they don't see coming to pass. Everything that the men of the Lord have been saying for all this time is what you see playing out in the earth, man. You see? It's not going to be anything other than what we tell you it is, because we're telling you what the Most High is doing. What he has set in motion, and everything that he's, said he's going to do is going to be accomplished, man. We constantly go into this. But 2 Esdras 9 and 8 it says, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning, going into the elect. You see? Because there's nothing but perils coming to this earth, man. The only ones who are going to be saved out of it is the elect of the nation of Israel. Because harsh times, they are upon us. They are upon us. And these protests are signs of that. So let's show you what it's all leading to. Let's go here to 2 Esdras 15, because we're trying to go to this at camp, but we ain't get into it. But this is what's coming. We're telling you. All you Americans who are still walking around hoping that Trump can save the day, we just have to hold out a little bit longer. We're telling you, it's for naught, man. It's for nothing. Trump is not saving the day. America is finished. America is finished, man. And the Most High is doing this so he can usher in the kingdom of heaven. This was always set to pass according to prophecy. Matter of fact, let's get this here. Let's get Daniel 2. And we'll get to, let me see. Yep, because this is where we are right here. This is Daniel chapter 2. In verse 40 it says, And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. And this goes into the Roman Empire. And the thing is this. You see here, it goes into the dream of Nebuchadnezzar, and it starts to list off all these empires that have been established on the earth, showing you that the Bible, you see, has outlined the history of humanity and before it even was established, you see, in the fullness of it. Every empire was prophesied to come about the way it did. Salakia. So you have here the interpretation that says what? Babylon, the first kingdom, Media Persia and Greece, the second and third kingdom, and Rome is the fourth kingdom. So you're telling me the Most High prophesied of all these kingdoms being established on the earth, and he didn't prophesy about America being established? Yes, he did. America is written about in the scriptures, but you have to have the spiritual eye to understand and see, which the majority of the world doesn't have. But the reason America is falling the way it's falling is because it's a part of the revival of the fourth beast. It's the revival of Rome. Damn. That's what I meant to do. It's on my other phone. No matter of fact, chat. I don't know if I'm signed in on this phone. Let me see if I can pull it up. One moment. So I have, call Allah Yabba Shmi Shah. So I do have my account on this phone. So you have ChatGPT laying out, because we go in here and ask it questions or whatever, and I said, give me the similarities between the ancient Roman Empire and the modern American Empire. You see? And then he goes into the breakdown. Global dominance and influence. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, man. You see? It says what? Rome controlled vast territories around Mediterranean. Mare Nostrum, influencing Europe, Africa, and Asia. Spread Roman law, culture, and language across its provinces. America exerts global influence through military bases, economic power, and cultural exports, media, technology, English language. The U.S. dollar and democratic ideals function much like Roman law and citizenship did, unifying forces across diverse regions. Then it goes into military supremacy, then Republican foundations. All you have to do is go to ChatGPT and type in this question, and it's going to give you the same answer, man. But it shows, you see, that America is the revival of the Roman Empire. And that's all according to prophecy. So let's get into it real quick. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 4. It says, 40, Salakia. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And it goes into Rome's military might. You see? When Rome came to its height, it had the greatest military on the earth. Is that not the same thing we're seeing with America? Because it's the revival of the Roman Empire. You see? Now verse 41 says what? And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. There shall be in it the strength of the iron. Goes into the military might of these Edomites still. You see? But it says what? For as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And that goes into what we're living in now. You see? You have the strength of the iron in it because it is the revival of the Roman Empire. You have this great military might, but it's mixed with that miry clay. And they're not meshing together. And we see that as these nations are at odds, man. You see? These nations are at odds. And it's all set up for what? For war to break out. You see? That's why you have Pete Hegseth talking the way he's talking. And it's because of what? Because prophecy has to be fulfilled. The Most High is going to take these nations to war, and it's going to bring more hell upon you American people and the people in the world. You see? But these nations are not mixing together. So it goes on to say in verse 42, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And this is what's going on now, man. They're not unified. They're not fully together in this. That's why you see so much division in the earth. You see, even America's at odds with some of his allies, man. But this is what it would be in the end of Esau's kingdom, man. The Most High is dismantling this place. And it's suffering the same fate as ancient Rome, man. You see? All this overexertion and decline fears. Man, let's get this one. It says what? Rome stretched then, defending vast borders, constant wars drained resources. Internal decay made it vulnerable to invasions and collapse. America faces global overreach, maintaining foreign commitments, massive defense spending, and internal division. Some argue it's showing signs of imperial fatigue like late Rome before its fall. And it's because it is Rome revived, man. You see? And at the end of the vision, you see, you got the 10 toes, part iron, part miry clay. The next kingdom to come about is what? The divine kingdom. That's why all this is happening in the earth, man. You see? All this is happening in the earth because the Most High is in the process of setting up the divine kingdom. He's ending the age of the heathen, which ends with Esau. Matter of fact, let's get that. Oh, man. Let's go to Romans, not Romans, 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. And it says what? Verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the pardon of the son of times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? So just like all of our righteous forefathers before us, hey, we're longing for the kingdom, man. Ezra was longing for the kingdom. We're hastening the end of the heathen age. That's what he was asking. When is the end of this age coming and the beginning of the age of righteousness? And what does the angel tell him in verse 8? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see that? And that's what's happening right now. We are in the process of this happening right now. You see? And it's so close, man. This is why we see all these earthquakes. We see all these uproars of the people. We see all these signs in the heavens. We see all these, we see and hear wars and rumors of wars. All these are signs that what? The divine kingdom is being ushered in. That's what that means. So there is no hope for America. There is no hope for the Edomite Empire to continue on. You see, we're at the end of 10 toes, part iron, part miry clay. And what comes next? Daniel 2:44. It says what? And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, because the kingdom of heaven is only meant for the Israelites to rule in. So you people have a messed up notion of what the kingdom of heaven is. You think that the kingdom of heaven is when judgment day comes, Jesus is going to take the good Christians to heaven with him, and then everybody else is going to go to hell. No, man. No. Heaven is going to be on the earth. It's a condition played out on the earth. The so-called white man is in his heaven. He's been in his heaven ever since the time of the Renaissance. This is the accomplishing of the fulfillment of Esau receiving his blessing, having the fatness of the earth, and doing it all by way of the sword. This was Esau's heaven, where he can make all the rules, where he has all the control, all the power, all the say-so. All the nations move to the beat of his drum. This was Esau's heaven on the earth, and the divine kingdom. You see, the kingdom of heaven for the Israelites will be set up on the earth. Matter of fact, when you jump to Revelation chapter 5, I ain't got nothing planned. We're just going in the spirit. This is Revelation chapter 5 and verse 9. It says, and they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, because our Lord and Savior, Yahawashi, our big brother, you see, the leader of our nation, he fulfilled the Most High's will even unto death, man. He did that on our behalf so we could have this understanding. So the seals on this book could be broken so we could be what? Risen up here in these last times to do what we're doing. Preaching, prophesying, and testifying. You see? All through the Holy Spirit. This is what Yahweh did for us. He gave us the understanding of the book, an understanding that wasn't given to all nations. If you're not an Israelite, you're not going to understand these words. You're not going to understand these different things that are laid out in the scriptures because it's only given to the 12 tribes. It's not given to heathen nations, man. Esau doesn't have it. You see, and if you do see a brother that may look like an Edomite and he's out there bringing this thing out like we do, that's because he's an Israelite, man. Because this is only given to the seed all over the place. So like this is Psalms. So like Psalms 147, 19 and 20, it says, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And this is why this true understanding is foreign to the ears of you people. You have never heard the true breakdown of the scriptures until the sons of God were risen up to give you the true understanding of it. Until the Israelites were risen up to give you the true understanding of it. This is why you look at us with 10 heads when we come with the true doctrine of the Bible, the true doctrine of the God of the Bible. You see? It's foreign to you because you have never been taught it, because we was in a state of being dormant for a time. And now we're reawakened through the Holy Spirit to give you this understanding. This is why we're telling you what the end of America is. We're telling you about how all these things are playing out in how and why all these things are playing out in the earth. We'll give you all this, man. You see, because it's only for us to teach you. We're set up to teach the heathen, man. We are the Israelites, man. We're the true teachers of the Bible in the earth, beginning with the men of Great Millstone. You see, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. You see? But this is what it is. So, Revelation 5 and 9, it says, And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. And this is talking about all Israelites being saved. The elect of Israel. You see that? That's who's being redeemed by Yahweh's blood out of every kindred, tongue, people, and nation. Why? Because we've been scattered. And as we have been dispersed amongst the heathen, a period of time would come where this gospel would begin to be preached, and the elect would hear it, you see, believe upon it, and be sealed with the Holy Spirit of truth. No matter where they may be in the earth, no matter how they may look, the elect of Israel is going to hear this word and believe upon it. You see, out of every kindred, tongue, people, and nation. And that's what we're going to be saved from, as the Most High constantly tells you he's going to do all throughout biblical prophecy. Right? And then what does it tell us in verse 5? Verse 10, Salakia. And has made us unto the Most High kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Now, who was this said to? Was this said to all nations? See, these are things that you pagan Roman Catholic Christians try to overlook as if they don't exist. It says right here that we're going to be a nation of kings, we're going to be made unto the Most High kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. That's what the kingdom of heaven is. Every heathen nation has come into power and had their heaven on the earth. And the kingdom of heaven, the final kingdom that's going to be established on the earth, is no different. The kingdom of the Israelites is going to be established on the earth. That's what the earth was created for, to be inhabited, for it to be ruled in righteousness by the Israelites. And that's what's coming. This is why we see everything having anything to do with Esau is failing. Because his time is up, as it was foretold in the vision of Nebuchadnezzar. You can also get it in the vision of Daniel 7. It was always going to end this way, and we see the signs of it. It's begun. But this is what it is. As a matter of fact, when you read this Revelation 5 and 10 one more time, let's get it. It says what? And has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Who is that said to? That wasn't said to all nations. This is what was spoken. When you go to the cross references, matter of fact, let's just go straight to it. This is Exodus I'm having a slip in my mind right now. It was 19. Right here. This is Exodus 19:5. It says, "Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine." It shows you that the Most High has a separation between the peoples of the earth, man, and the Israelites reign supreme over all. These are things that these Christians love to try to overlook as if they're not written, as if the Most High didn't say these things. And this is why the Most High is going to punish you Christians beyond all belief, man. You see? But the Most High said this to the Israelites, and it goes on to say in verse 6, it says, "And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel." You see this? Do you see this? So Revelation 5 is talking about the Israelites being brought into their kingdom, which is going to be established on the earth. And it's directly after what? After Esau's fall, man. That's what's going on right now. We're in the midst of Esau's fall right now. You see? We are living at the tail end of Esau's blessing, where the so-called white man loses all power, authority, and rulership in the earth. That's why we see these no king protests going on. And once again, it's just going to get worse as we move forward in prophecy. So this is Daniel 2:44. It says, "The divine kingdom. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever." We are in the process of this happening. Every day that passes, Yahushua gets closer to the earth to bring the heathen age to an end once and for all. Once and for all, man. And what he's coming to establish in the earth is what's going to be forever. There is going to be no other kingdom after the kingdom of heaven for the Israelites to set up. We got to start saying it like that so you stupid motherfuckers can understand. Talking to you Christians. The kingdom of heaven for the Israelites on earth is what Yahushua is coming to set up. You see, because the Most High has a plan for his children. He has a certain way that he wants the earth to be run and ordered, and that's what Yahushua is coming to establish. And for that to be fulfilled in the fullness of it, what has to happen? Esau is being removed. That's what these signs we're seeing in the earth let us know. That the Most High is visiting this place and Esau's time has run its course. He just has a few more things that he has to do. You see, he's going to get it done. And before you know it, Yahushua is going to be overhead in that chariot. You see, getting them out of the way, man. That's what's coming. So Daniel 2:45, it says, "For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, and the silver, and the gold, the great power have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure." This is what it is, man. This is what we see going on. Now, before we can get to the fullness of this happening, you see, these protests let us know hey, that more hell is coming. You see, this ain't shit because as foretold in prophecy, it's about to get violent in Babylon the Great and all throughout the earth because what? The judgment is about to be poured out. So this is 2nd Esdras 15. So before Yahushua can come and establish the kingdom, all these things have to be fulfilled. Now here's some of the things that are coming. 2nd Esdras 15:14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." There's going to be civil war out here, man. Class wars out here. Race wars out here. All that's coming is war. We're living in a time of war. You see? These protests they're pretty peaceful right now, but eventually it's going to turn violent. And the ones you have out here, they would deem them the radical left, the ones who are doing these no king protests. You know, some of them might have been hard set on Donald Trump before, but a lot of them are turning their back because they're starting to see that Donald Trump is not for them either. You see, but you still have those those hardcore Trumpomaniacs out there. You see, who are standing with Donald Trump 10 toes down, and guess what that's gonna do, man? That's gonna cause more tension to be had. So eventually, where these two sides are gonna clash. That's what's coming. They're gonna clash in these different cities, in these different in streets. That's set to happen, right? Hey, as it tells us right here. This is Isaiah 19. Matter of fact, we'll start at 1, because this also goes into the second coming of Yahushua as well. Isaiah 19:1, it says, message to Egypt. Now you have to understand in the spirit, this is not talking about ancient Egypt. This is talking about the spiritual Egypt that you read about in Revelation 11. You see where our dead bodies lay our bodies lay dead in the streets, going into us being spiritually dead. It's talking about the spiritual Egypt, which is America. We went into this at camp. You see, this is what it's talking about. The spiritual Egypt is being visited as ancient Egypt was. You see this? So Isaiah 19:1, it says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. And this is how Yahushua is coming into this place on that gigantic chariot, as we always go into. We've been telling you, the reason all these chariots are being sighted and spotted is because what? The Lord is close. You see? The Lord is close, man. It says what? And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. It says what? Now this is what's coming. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And these no king protests are going to lead up to that, as they bring forth more draconian measures, as they put more hell on the people. They're going to what? The tensions are going to rise. You see people are going to be more angry. You see more hopeless, and they're going to take it to the streets. And shit is going to get violent, man. And they are going to war against each other. This is all coming. Matter of fact, I want to do this in the GNT real quick. Let's get the GNT, Good News Translation, right? And we'll go here to Isaiah. Come on. Isaiah 19. And we'll read it in the GNT. This is Isaiah 19:2. It says, Yahweh says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt, and turn brother against brother, and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other, and rival kings will struggle for power. This is what's coming. While people are still moving around as if none of these things are happening. They just think, oh, this is just protest. It'll be over. It'll go back to normal soon. Or Trump will finally see that he's doing wrong, and he'll repent, and he'll do good for America, or we'll wait till the next election. No, man. No. All these things that you people are hoping for is vain. This shit is over with. You see? It's over. The only thing that's about to come to pass is what the Most High has prophesied it would be. Civil war is coming, and once again, this is leading up to it. You see, you got the what's coming up next. To add more fuel to the fire, you got the SNAP benefits being cut for the month of November. So people who have been, getting those SNAP benefits, or you could just get your EBT card and you don't have to take no money out of your check for groceries. You could have your grocery account with your EBT and just your regular money to pay bills, so forth and so on. Hey, November's gonna be tough. They're cutting off the SNAP benefits, so now you're gonna have to pay for your own food out of your own pocket. You see, after October, and this is the squeeze being put on the people, and it's gonna cause what? More attention. You see, it's gonna cause more anger, and they're gonna take that shit to the streets, and shots will be fired. You see, this is the similar fate that the ancient Roman Empire suffered, man. And the reason that America is suffering it too is because what? This is the revival of the Roman Empire. It's going down the same way. That's why you see so much bread and circus all over the fucking everywhere you look. Every sports league is on all at the same time. It's just distraction, distraction, distraction. I wouldn't be surprised as they moving deeper to fulfilling their plan. You know, they pull out Shedeur Sanders and let him start and win a few games and use him as a distraction. Because it's no coincidence, you see, that he was picked 144. You see all that. They're like, bro, we see what you devils are doing, man. But be on the lookout for that, because that's going to add to more of the bread in the circus, because they're doing more shit behind the scenes to keep, and they want to keep the people distracted. But this is all that's coming, man. And once the people are fed up, they're fighting against each other. What does the prophecy say is going to take place? 2 Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. These are all things that are set up to come to pass, man. Let's get the word for sedition real quick. Let's get sedition. What is sedition going to? Right? Oh, yo. It says incitement or resistance to or insurrection against lawful authority. This is what's set up to come to pass. Because now you see what? You got the ICE in the streets. You got some of the National Guard that activated. More of that shit is going to happen. And the people, once again, they're going to take offense to it. Because these people are still cleaving unto the Constitution that Donald Trump is dismantling. So it's going to get to a point to where the people are going to be completely fed up and they're going to uprise against the government, man. We're not stirring anything up. That's what prophecy said. That's what the Most High says is going to be. This is laid out to come to pass in the scriptures, and we see the stage being set for it to happen. So 2 Esdras 15 and 16, 2 Esdras 15 and 16, it says what? For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They're gonna take the power into their own hands, man. You see, and we know. You see, we know that's what Donald Trump wants, so they can be justified in coming up against the American people with full force. That's why they're doing the things they're doing, man. So they can come down with that draconian or those draconian measures, you see, fully upon the people. So they're doing things to poke at you people, to get you to make the first move so they can be justified in coming with what they want to come with. And once again, it's all according to prophecy, man. Because when you people finally do decide to rise up against the government and you out here in the streets letting them things go, what is going to happen? It says what in verse 17? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because martial law is going to be established. You see? They're going to send in these troops even harder than they already are into the cities, man. There's going to be lockdowns. You're not going to be able to move freely. We tell you this all the time. And people just ignore it as if it's not even happening. When each and every day we get closer to this being fulfilled. And once again, it's got to be, because this is the Most High's will, man. All this must come to pass. So the cities are going to be locked down. This is where it's going. You see, do you think it's a coincidence? Donald Trump talking about using these major cities as testing grounds or training grounds for the military? There ain't coincidence that he said that, man. Because when it goes down and you people keep you out here tearing shit up, or it gets to the point where you're tearing shit up and you're getting violent in the streets, this is going to be their answer. To send these troops upon you with full force. So 2 Esdras 15 and 18 goes on to say what? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. This is all that's coming to America. You see? But these people can't see it. The Most High really has these people walking around in gross darkness, thinking that America's going to receive a second life. But what does it tell us, man, about Babylon? Jeremiah 51 and 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And this is what it is. Babylon the Great, America, is not going to be healed. Babylon the Great, America, is being brought into the judgment of the Lord as prophesied. And that judgment entails what? All hell breaking loose and you people suffering greatly. And this is what we're witnessing starting to unfold here in this land. Nothing good is coming to this place, man. And all this must be before the divine kingdom of heaven for the Israelites is fully established on the earth. This is how the Most High has set up for this place to fall, and that's what's being done. That's what's being done. America is not being healed. You stupid ass Americans are in a complete state of delusion. You see? And that's because the Most High hasn't revealed his vision unto you, showing you that pagan Christian church. You see? That ain't the answer. Because all of you in the church, you got the Bible. But the truth of it hasn't been revealed unto you. You can't see it. And that's why you're moving the way you're moving. With a hope that America's going to bounce back and God going to bless it. Okay. You're about to find out the hard way. You're about to find out that the God of the Bible was never for America continuing on forever. According to the Most High's vision, America is being dismantled so his kingdom, the Most High's kingdom, the kingdom of heaven on earth, ruled by Yahweh Shai and the Israelites, can be established. That's what's going on, man. You don't have to believe it. You see? But watch what happens. It's only going to be what we are saying is going to be through the Holy Spirit. That's it. So 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And this is what's about to happen. You see, the food supplies are going to be short, because once again, they're doing all this to do what? To put more hell upon the people, to walk them into this digital system. So there's going to be a lack of bread. Famine is coming. All these things are happening. In this land that you people never ever thought this could happen. It's all coming to pass. And once again, these no king protests are signs that the Most High is visiting this world, man. You see? Signs that the Most High is visiting this world, man. Look at them. Get some images. Look at them. You see? Hurt through. This is biblical prophecy playing out right before our eyes, man. It's like it. You see? Uproars of the people. And it only gets worse from here. Trust and believe it. And it's all according to the Most High's will, man. So we're going to continue to do this work and be those prophetic weathermen, as the Apostle Tahar loves to say, man. Because this shit is over. This shit is not going back. You motherfuckers out here screaming. Look at this nigga. Out here screaming, hooping, and hollering, for a kingdom that has reached its end. It's over. You see? It's time for the kingdom of heaven to be established, man. And so with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Abba.